Hello, and welcome to day 134 of the live daily guided meditation series for ourselves and the world. Thank you for joining. We're going to give it just a moment and then we'll get started. I'm going to get this cat hair out of my nose. Okay. So let's see. Okay, we're going to get started. So I have been sharing some quotes from the book I'm Still Here, Black Dignity in a World Made for Whiteness by Austin Channing Brown. And yesterday, I have a very long quote that I'm trying to break up so that we don't think about too many things at one time because they're all big concepts. So yesterday, she wrote about how slavery was not an accident. um, she says, slavery was no accident. We didn't trip and fall into Black subjugation. Racism wasn't a bad joke that just never went away. It was all on purpose. Every bit of it was on purpose. And then she talks about a little bit about slavery and the violent mass kidnappings of Africans and and how we haven't been honest about all of America's complicity. And she writes about the wealth of the South earned on the backs of the enslaved, or the wealth the North gained through the production of enslaved hands. We have not fully understood the status symbol that owning bodies offered. We have not confronted the humanity, the emotions, the heartbeats of the multiple generations who were born into slavery and died in it, who never tasted freedom on America's land. And so then she goes on to say, and this is we're going into the next part, the same goes for the Civil War. We have refused to honestly confront the fact that so many were willing to die in order to hold the freedom of others in their hands. We have refused to acknowledge slavery's role at all, preferring to boil things down to the far more palatable states' rights. We have not confessed that the end of slavery was so bitterly resented, the rise of Jim Crow became inevitable, and with it a belief in Black inferiority that lives on in its hearts and minds today. So tomorrow we will be talking about Jim Crow, but right now we just want to consider once again how slavery formed our nation, this nation, the United States, where I am and where I think most of you are, and how it went from one thing to the Civil War where people were willing to die to keep people enslaved. And so we really need to be willing to talk about our history and be willing to start dismantling these ideas and these history lessons that we've been given that we may have learned in school, where a lot of it's glossed over. And you really can't gloss over kidnapping and murdering and raping and really horrific, horrible human rights violations, which is 400 years of slavery here in the United States. So we're going to consider all of this once again in our meditation today. So you can close your eyes and we will start meditating. So we're taking long, deep, slow breaths in through our nose, feeling the inflation of our stomach and our lungs, feeling the shift from inhale to exhale and exhale to inhale. And then allowing our breath to leave our body with an audible sigh. And with every audible sigh, we start to relax our body a little bit more, find grounding and centering, starting to find stillness within. And now just noticing any body sensations you may be experiencing. Noticing your mood or any emotions you're feeling today. Noticing any thoughts rolling around your mind. Noticing any sounds you may be hearing, or anything else in your experience, maybe smells or tastes, temperature. Just remembering that we're just witnessing and observing. We're not trying to change anything or judge it. If we find ourselves judging or trying to change anything, just going to go back to witnessing and observing. When we're able to see things clearly in the present moment with our full conscious awareness on it, then we're able to make different decisions and choices and make any necessary changes we need to. And while we're here, we're going to continue considering the role of slavery in the history of the United States. And consider the Civil War and how so many people, so many states, the government, and individuals were willing to fight and die to keep people enslaved. And considering how changes were made before our hearts and minds caught up. Which means that many people, many families, many generations carry this racism within themselves that still needs healing and addressing. And considering your understanding of the Civil War, of the role of slavery, and considering how these things influence your relationship to race today. And remembering that these are big ideas, that there's a lot to unpack, and that these are worth contemplating, not just during these few minutes during our meditation, but in your life, unpacking and dismantling these ideas. We'll continue to consider this throughout our meditation. But for now, I'd like you to think about a place that feels really good to you. A place where you feel happy and healthy, peaceful and calm, safe and connected, loved and loving, whole and complete. Allow these good feelings to permeate every part of you, inside and out. Remembering that this place and these good feelings are always accessible to you because they live inside of you. They're part of you. And seeing the heart, your heart center, and the center of your chest aglow. With every breath in, your heart rate will grow and expand easily and effortlessly, filling the whole of your chest and then the whole of your body, blessing each and every cell in your body with your love and your light. And your heart rate continues to grow, bursting out of your body into the space around you, filling your home, your place of work, or wherever you may be right now. Blessing this space and every living being in it. Your love and your light. And your heart rate continues to grow and expand, flooding out into your neighborhood, your town, your city, engulfing your entire state, province, or territory. Engulfing your entire country, your nation, and engulfing your entire continent. Blessing each and every living being on your continent with your love and your light. And your heart rate continues to grow and expand deep down into Mother Earth, connecting you with her wisdom, her abundance, and her harmony. As you bless her with your love and your light, and your heart rate continues to grow and expand, engulfing the entire planet in your heart light, in your love. Blessing each and every living being, each and every person, each and every group of people, each and every government, institution, business, organization, system, and policy, each and every plant and animal, and especially those who are struggling, suffering, hurting, or in pain right now, including Black, Indigenous, people of color, and all those affected by COVID-19. That they may be surrounded in love, support, appreciation, understanding, empathy, justice, equity, and equality. And together, we state the strong intention to both live in and create a world, a present, and a future that is more loving, more healing, more equitable, and more just for the highest and greatest good of all. And our heart light continues to grow and expand out into every part of space, infinitely expanding, just as the universe is infinitely expanding, just as the divine is infinitely expansive. Because you are the universe and the divine. You are infinite, and you are love. We're going to sit in this expanded state of love for just a moment longer. And while here, from this greater, wider perspective, this clarity, and this love, we're going to consider once again the role of slavery in the creation of the United States. And the role of the Civil War in the creation of many of today's culture and societal issues. And consider your role in your relationship to race, to history, to the present, and to our hopeful changed future. Feel free to stay in this space for however long you like, or take a few more deep breaths. Knowing you bring this understanding, this love with you into your everyday life. As you come back into your body, into your seat, into this present moment of awareness. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining for day 134 of the live daily guided meditation series for ourselves and the world. Thank you for continuing to show up and to do this important anti-racism, self-development, and healing work, and for continuing to spread your love throughout a world that sorely needs it. Black Lives Matter, we matter, and together we are changing the world for the better. Have a wonderful rest of your day.